YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Canadian Retro. I've got another pickups video for you here. Just a few items that I grabbed today, but I wanted to show them because I think some of them is pretty cool here. So I'm gonna get started immediately. Some of this actually piggybacks off of yesterday's stuff, so I'll get down to that right immediately here. The first thing I wanted to show you here was a copy of Tetris Plus that I picked up. This is for the original PlayStation. Now, I'm sure some of you are probably going, whoop-de-doo, Tetris, but this is one of the original games that I had for my PS1 when I got it, so I have tons and tons of hours that I put into this game. Really enjoyed it, a lot of fun, so I thought I would pick it up today because I do have my original disc, but I did not have the artwork and stuff like that. I was really hoping that this one wasn't going to be greatest hits, but I'll start from there, and later on down the line I'll pick up the other version of it. I haven't really gone out of my way to try to find this. I just figured I'd come across it in the wild eventually. But I'm sort of looking for a home for my original disc. This one here is complete though, so that's pretty cool. And the disc on this one is not too bad actually. It's quite good. So we'll have to see. I can't remember if mine was the greatest hits edition or not of this. I don't know if the disc inside is actually any different because for some reason I distinctly remember mine looking like that, so I think this actually might be the original disc that's in here, and then this greatest hits case just came later on in the situation. But for that I paid for $5 for it, so still to get the nostalgia factor going on, I was willing to buy that. Normally a game like this I probably wouldn't bother just because it's not really that valuable, and I'm sure I could find it for cheaper down the line, but just because I really wanted to get my copy recased, so I decided to buy that. Moving on, something that relates back to yesterday's find. Yesterday at the Tlees, I found this light gun, and then today I found the game that went with it. So obviously these things came in at the same time, they just put the light gun out earlier, and that's Time Crisis for the original PlayStation. And again, this one's complete, which is pretty nice. The disc is not perfect, that's for sure. There's a few scratches, but it's all pretty light on there. I don't know if you can really tell in the camera there, but it's hard to see, but still cool nonetheless. Right there to pick up Time Crisis for that to pair with my gun now, so that's pretty awesome. There's a couple other titles there too, just a couple of sports titles and things like that. I imagine there might have been other titles there, but they probably were already picked over by the time I got there because there's only like 4 titles left. Aside from those PlayStation 1 games that I picked up at the Tlees today, I also picked up another interesting item. Unfortunately it's a little bit scratched up, but the screen's pretty decent, it's not too bad. It definitely needs a cleaning, but it's a Nintendo, Game Boy Advanced SP. Now the thing with this one is it's that Nintendo looking one like the original NES version one, so pretty cool right there, but the problem with it is it's awfully scratched up on the top, which is really unfortunate, also all the way around the outsides. But luckily with these systems that flip down like that, the screen is actually in pretty decent shape, just needs a cleaning, but it's pretty dirty all over the place, so this is going to require quite the cleaning on it. No game inside, but it did have a micro charge left on it. Red lighting right now, but it does light up and everything like that. This is not the 101 version, this is the 001 version, but still pretty cool. I don't think they actually made this one in the 101 version, so this is the way this one kind of comes, but it'll definitely require some cleaning because there's a lot of different markings and things like that on it, but hopefully it works perfectly and everything like that. I don't know what I'll do with this exactly because handheld systems aren't exactly my thing, but I might try to trade that off a little later and see how that goes. A little while back I was watching a fellow YouTuber's channel, that's Dave the NES guy, and he did a very interesting spotlight on advertisements in comic books that have to do with video games for the most part. And it was kind of interesting because a few days before that I actually had an idea around something very similar for my channel that I really wanted to start up, and I don't know if I'll have the time or the energy to put into that aspect of my channel here, but I'm really hoping that I am. So I decided to pick up a few comics, and I'm not really going to tell you what I'm going to be doing with these, but for the price I figured I would pick them up and we'll see where it goes from there. So to start with, I'll show you these. I don't know a whole lot about comics, to tell you the honest truth here, so you're going to have to tell me what you think. Honestly, they're probably, you know, worth only a few bucks each or a couple bucks each, so not that big of a deal. These are in no particular order though. The first one here I got is Ghost Rider number 33. So that's pretty cool right there. These are all in like pretty awesome condition actually. It's not too bad. I mean, I'm not a collector of comic books, so I'm not like a person who can grade them or anything like that, but here we go. We've also got, and this is actually still in a bag, although the bag has been opened. This is Rise of the Midnight Suns, Ghost Rider and Blaze Spirit of Vengeance, and this is part 2 of 6. So that's that there, that's kind of neat. And then Spirit of Vengeance, this is also the same series. This is the 3rd one, I guess. What is this? I don't know, something like that. Hard for me to tell. I'm not really a comic book guy, like I said. So, not really totally familiar with it. I just wanted some interesting comics from the past. Here's another Spirit of Vengeance. This was the 4th one, so I would follow the one that I just showed you there. And another one, this is the 7th one. So that's pretty awesome. Also, Ghost Rider's the regular Ghost Rider, I guess, here, and that is 32. So that's pretty wicked. Another Ghost Rider here, number 34. So that's pretty awesome. Ghost Rider Blaze Spirits of Vengeance, issue 12. This one's actually bagged, and it's not boarded though, it's just bagged. And then I got the Punisher 46. And the Punisher 52. This Maternity Ward, and then Ward, and the D's crossed out at the top. Interesting. The Punisher Warzone. Kind of cool. The title there has like, feels like raised letters on it. It's pretty neat right there. That's number 1 of that. And then Death's Head, number 1, boarded and bagged. Death's Head number 2. I think this is the same one. Death's Head 2. This is number 2 from that. That's kind of neat. Going Death Head 2. This is the 3rd one. So don't know a whole lot about that. And then I got Spawn number 2. This is bagged and boarded. In pretty decent shape. There's a little bit of wear along the side of that. Spawn 4. Again, same thing. Not perfect, but still bagged and boarded. 5. Spawn. And then 6. Spawn. So that's all that right there. For each of those I paid 99 cents individually, but then it's buy 4 get 1 free, or we get the 4th one free, something like that. So I ended up basically getting a couple of those comics for free. I ended up paying around $14 or something like that for 17 comics. So pretty cool altogether to get those. Pretty pumped on that for sure. The next part I'll get back into video games, so I'm not going to really tell you what I'm planning on doing with these, but I have some ideas and hopefully it plays out, so I'm not guaranteeing anything. You may never actually see any of these again. You know, it's just the way it goes sometimes. Also at the same store, so I got those from the Value Village, those comics. And then at the same store, I picked up Complete in the Box California games. Actually, I shouldn't say Complete in the Box because all the games that I'm going to show you here are missing their manuals, but it's in the box and it has the styrofoam inside, and the box is in pretty decent shape. It's not too bad at all. This is probably the best one that's there, which is really unfortunate because there's a couple of really nice titles in here that or decent titles rather, that I would have preferred their boxes were in this kind of shape, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. For 10 bucks I also picked up this title right here, which is Rambo for the NES. Again, the box, I'm probably gonna have to reconfigure it or something. It looks like it's sort of like, I don't know, it's not falling apart necessarily. so I can probably get it in better shape than it actually looks like it's in. But everything's a little bit worn on this, like the edges are pretty beat up and stuff like that. And this is also missing its manual, just like the other one. But still, like the cartridge inside's pretty mint and stuff like that. So pretty cool right there. And I don't believe I had Rambo in my collection yet, nor did I have California Games, so that's pretty awesome. And another game I didn't have in my collection, which is kind of interesting because all these games I didn't have in my collection, I'm pretty sure, ahead of time. And this box is in pretty decent shape, so I'm super pumped about that. But again, it's missing its manual, so whoever owned these and donated them did not donate them with the manuals. That's really unfortunate. But the game's in there, and it's Bad Dudes, and again, that was 10 bucks. So I spent quite a bit of cash at this Value Village today, nearly $60. But I also picked up Life Force as well, and this is unfortunately the probably more valuable of the games that's there, but it's the most beat up box. So it looks like, I don't know if you can see it, well you can see it now, it has sort of like ripped all around here, and then whoever owned this decided to just put like tape on that, so they taped it up like this. So I'll probably try to like dismantle this box a little bit and then tape it on the inside so that you won't see the tape on the outside. Obviously I'm going to have to, because it's basically ripped all from here all the way back around here, so it's not in the world's greatest shape, but for 10 bucks I figured I'd go for it. It's missing its styrofoam unlike the other ones, but it does have its dust sleeve and everything like that. Yeah, but again, unfortunately no manual, so that's that. But I didn't have it in my collection. This is something I really wanted to get my hands on as well, so I was willing to pay 10 bucks for you know, a somewhat complete Life Force game. Hopefully I can bring this box back to life a little bit. It looks rather neglected, but there it is right there. Pretty cool. So basically, you know, 10 bucks each. I got a few boxed games. Definitely not going to leave those behind. You don't really run across boxed NES games in thrift shops anymore, so I'm really glad to have actually come across those 4 today. That was really wicked. That's everything I have to show you today. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Feel free to thumbs up this video, comment down below, and I'll see you all later.